rise. Judge Bunderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1055, Scott case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. Scott, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am just really tired of my husband not doing things that he should be doing, such as spending quality time with me and our 17-year-old daughter.
Okay.
He's just not coming up to par, and frankly, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of it.
All right. So you all have a 17-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And you're tired of him not spending quality time with you and your daughter.
That's right.
I can totally understand that. Now, what does that have to do with me?
Well, I want a divorce.
You want a divorce because of that? You want to put him on child support because of that?
Welcome to Truth Court, where emotional frustrations meet real-world consequences. In today's case, a wife says she's reached her limit. After years of marriage, she's no longer feeling seen, heard, or appreciated. Her husband, a recently retired military veteran, spent over 50 years serving his country. Now that he's finally home, she expected connection, dinners, family time, shared memories. What she got, instead, was distance. She claims he no longer takes her out, spends time with their 17-year-old daughter, or makes an effort to keep their relationship alive. Her solution? Divorce and child support. But not because he's abusive or absent. Because he's, in her words, boring. Here's the twist. This man has financially supported his family for decades. He's stable, respectful, and has no history of neglect or—
Yes, obviously. I mean, he is the provider of our home. And absolutely, I want child support.
He's the provider of your home and you just want to get rid of him like that?
I just feel
because
like
you're being petty and in your feelings?
Well, I feel like we've just grown apart, and I'm just tired of him not making me happy. He doesn't take me out. We don't do fun things anymore. And frankly, I'm bored.
Oh, okay. Mr. Scott, why are you boring this woman to death over here?
I'm not really sure why I'm here.
Honestly, I'm not sure why you're here either. It sounds like she's just in her feelings right now because you're not spending time with her and your 17-year-old daughter. And that's not what court is for. We don't just place people on child support because we're in our feelings.
I recently retired. I'm tired. I worked 50 years. And
where did you retire?
He's not refusing to be present. He's simply exhausted. Retirement for him isn't a break. It's a recovery from decades of sacrifice. This case hits a nerve. It raises questions many couples face in midlife. When the kids are older and careers wind down, how do partners reconnect? Is emotional boredom enough to justify legal separation? Is child support meant to compensate for unmet emotional needs? Judge Vonda B. lays it out plain and simple. The courtroom is not the place to resolve feelings of loneliness or lack of excitement.
From
the military.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
This man is tired. That's why he probably doesn't want to spend quality time all the time. Can you give him a break?
Well,
and sir, can you spend some more time with your 17-year-old daughter?
When she's home, I'm more than willing to do that. But she's 17 years old.
Right.
I mean, she has a life, friends, a phone, and I'm available.
I can definitely understand that. Understand that. Mrs. Scott, let's not be petty. Don't do that. There is no reason to come to court and divorce this man, place him on child support, especially if you say he's a provider. He seems like he's a good man, retired military. He takes care of you, obviously. You look beautiful. So I don't think this is the right route that you need to go. Most people that come in this court get put on child support because they either deserve to be put on it or they were doing something they didn't have any business doing when it comes down to not taking care of their kids. So I just wouldn't want to put this man on child support just because, like I said, you're in your feelings.
Especially not when the man in question has been a consistent provider and parent. This isn't just a legal matter, it's a life transition. When service ends, when routines change, when expectations shift, how do families adapt? Welcome to Truth Court, where real relationships are put under a legal and emotional microscope. In today's case, we meet a couple at a crossroads. Mrs. Scott says she's emotionally drained. Her husband, recently retired from decades of military service, has become distant, disengaged, and uninvolved, not just with her, but with their...
Your Honor, I really don't feel like I'm in my feelings because it's important in a relationship for there to be wonderful things happening. We have to find ways to keep our relationship healthy and strong and moving forward. We can't just stand still
Now I
and
feel
be
like a counselor.
stagnant. I mean, he's got to come up. He's got to do more.
Mr. Scott, can you assure Mrs. Scott that you're going to do more so you do not have to come in this courtroom and be placed on child support for a 17-year-old child?
I think her concern is it cannot solely be a burden for me. We have to work together.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
You like that? I like that. That touched my heart.
As well. The spark is gone, she claims. No dates. No quality time. Just silence, routine, and frustration. So, she takes him to court, not for abuse or financial failure, but for emotional neglect. Her request? A divorce and child support. But here's the twist. Mr. Scott isn't some absentee father or deadbeat spouse. He's a longtime provider. A man who's served his country for 50 years. He's not out partying or refusing responsibility. He's simply tired. And
Okay, and he loves you too. So, can I go ahead and dismiss this case and put people on child support that need to be on here?
Yes.
Thank you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
instead of adjusting to retirement peacefully, he's defending himself in family court. Judge Vondaby steps in with clarity. The courtroom is not a place to vent emotional disappointment. If there's no abuse, neglect, or failure to provide, then what are we doing here? Feelings matter, but they aren't legal grounds. Yet, in a surprising turn, we witness something rare in family court: honesty and reconciliation. Mr. Scott admits he can't fix everything alone. They need to work together. Mrs. Scott agrees. And just like that, the tension shifts. This wasn't a legal battle. It was a cry for connection. A couple, overwhelmed by routine and change, used the courtroom as a last-ditch effort to be heard. Judge Vonda dismisses the case. No child support. No divorce. Just a strong reminder that commitment isn't about constant excitement. It's about showing up, growing through seasons, and communicating before it's too late. So, what do you think? Was Mrs. Scott wrong for bringing her emotions into court? Or did her actions force a much-needed wake-up call? If you found this case raw and relatable, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe.
It's me. I just want to go over what you saw in the Scott case. The Scott case was very cute, but it also had some petty elements to it, right? So wife was mad at her husband. He wasn't spending any time with her. He wasn't spending any time with their 17-year-old daughter. She said she had grown bored of their relationship. Well, you also saw that they made up, right? It's never going to be a good basis, guys, to come to court because you are in your feelings. It's very petty, and quite frankly, court is not the place for it. You really want to come to court based on good grounds. You know, one parent is not supporting the children like they're supposed to, or, you know, anything along those lines. But just remember, don't